Hello, Nick here from TechNuovo and welcome back to the channel. So the rain and wind has arrived in the UK and my old house has begun to get a little more damp than it usually would, and our clothes are taking significantly longer to dry as we can't put them on the washing line outside. 2 years ago I tried out a dehumidifier for the first time to help with damp and laundry, and I was pretty impressed, as was my wife. So when electriQ, I think that's how you say it, got in touch about one of their dehumidifiers, I jumped at the chance to give it a go. This is the electriQ Platinum CD20PRO-LE Low Energy Smart Laundry Dehumidifier. Let's take a look. Out of the box, this is a pretty large piece of kit, but there are options. There are 3 models available in this range, 12, 20 and 25, which relates to the extraction rate per day. So you can go smaller or bigger depending on your use. The unit itself looks quite smart. It's sleek, modern and easy to move around. There is a carry handle and it sits on 4 wheels, so you can move it around easily on a wooden floor, carpet, maybe not so much. You can carry this around your home, but it is heavy at nearly 15 kilos, so bear that in mind. At the front of the unit is the water tank, which you can pull out from the front and empty when needed. The tank has a handy clear section so you can see how much water has been collected. To the top at the front is a small display showing the current humidity level in the space. To the rear, the air in or inlet and the air filter, as well as there is an air purifying mode available, which requires a filter to function correctly, and this is where you can insert it and replace it when needed. Also at the rear is a plug socket, somewhere to plug the plug into when storing and wheeling it around. A simple thing, but it makes sense to have it and I like it. To the very top is the control panel and display, and there are various illuminated touch buttons to control and select various settings. That is also where the automatic tilting louver is, where the air comes out. So air in at the back, air out at the top. In terms of specification and features, this specific model has an extraction rate of up to 20 litres per day at 30 degrees and RH of 80, RH being relative humidity. Max consumption is up to 225 watts, and we'll do some maths on that later. There are 6 fan speeds available. It uses R290 refrigerant gas and airflow is up to 210 meters cubed an hour. This can be used around your home to help with damp, condensation, as well as drying out laundry. There is app support to control it, including voice commands for Alexa and Google. If you're into that, it can filter the air, purifying with UV sterilization and a replaceable HEPA filter. The tank size is 5 litres and there is an option for continuous use via hose pipe plugged in and discharging straight into the sink or outside. Moving on to the settings and controls, there are various touch buttons at the top of the unit. Buttons include power on off mode, where you can select through smart, laundry, dehumidifier and purify. Smart mode, this is where the unit will aim to hit 55% RH and turn itself on and off when necessary to hit that target and maintain it. A set it and leave kind of mode. Laundry mode, where the unit will run continuously at the highest fan speed and have a target RH of 35%, which essentially means it will stay on for the duration of drying your clothes. Dehumidifier mode, set your target RH and select a fan speed and leave it to do its thing. Purify mode, where this will filter the air only and not extract any moisture and collect water in the tank. You can run this mode without a filter, but a filter is included in the box and almost defeats the object of purifying if you are not filtering it. Then there are control buttons, increase and decrease, used to select the desired RH level, speed button for fan speed, with 6 options, 2 quiet, 2 medium and 2 turbo, or the highest. A timer button to set delayed power on or off if you want the unit to work at a specific time of the day, perhaps in the evening or early morning when you may have a reduced energy cost. Sleep mode, where the unit runs in low fan speed and all the lights turn off. UV and ionizer button to turn that feature on if you want. Swing button to select if you want the louver to tilt or not. There is a child lock too to prevent kids from changing settings or turning it off. Then lastly, a defrost mode, which will turn on automatically if the unit finds the internal temperature is too low and could potentially begin to frost up. Using the unit is very straightforward. Simply plug it into your nearest plug socket and turn it on. From there you can press the touch buttons to cycle through the settings you want depending on your goals. The controls work well, every touch was registered and it's very easy to select the mode you want. In terms of performance, I think it's great, and bottom line, the tank was getting full and my laundry is drying a lot quicker than it normally would thanks to this. So initially I set this up to help dry my laundry quicker, and it hands down did this job really well. One thing I wasn't sure on was how best to position the unit when drying laundry, as the inlet is at the rear where the moisture from the clothes will be sucked into, but the outlet produces dry and slightly warm air as it comes out. In my mind, I feel the air blowing onto the clothes helps, but I couldn't prove this. I tried various positions, locations, front and back facing. I felt I got the same outcome each time. Okay, so I was trying to figure out how efficient drying the laundry was. If we ignore stand in charge for a minute, and I think I'm paying about 27p a kilowatt hour for electricity, a standard tumble dryer at full load will use about 2 to 2.5 kilowatt hours of electricity, whereas the dehumidifier is 0.2 kilowatt hours. So say the tumble dryer was on for 2 hours, that would cost about 54p to run and your clothes should be dry. With the dehumidifier, your clothes would need to be dry within 10 hours to then be more efficient and cost effective. While testing, the majority of clothes would be dry in 5 or 6 hours, minus some really thick jumpers. So at that very, very basic level, I do think the dehumidifier is more efficient and cost effective. Next, I moved on to general care of my property and spent some time down in my cellar. Apologies for the poor lighting. It's not a great space. I can't stand up. The lighting is poor. It is also very damp. You'll see the RH hit 89%, which is very high, and I knew it would be. I left the unit running throughout the night for 15 hours on dehumidify mode and low speed. After 15 hours, the tank was full. It had extracted about 5 litres of water and had brought the RH down to 80%, which I was quite impressed by. In terms of noise, this sounds very much like any other dehumidifier, no louder, no quieter. You can hear the fan and compressor running. It is what it is. Around the house during the day, you will hear it, and after a while, it just blends in. You get used to it, or at least I did. However, when it comes to sleeping, I wouldn't have this running in my bedroom. It's way too loud for that. And that's even on the lowest fan speed and in sleep mode. You might be okay with it, but I feel the majority of people would find it too loud. It's hard to show the noise level, but I've recorded some footage running through fan speeds and settings while my phone shows off the live dB reading. Take it with a pinch of salt, but it may give you a bit of an idea. Moving on to the app, and it works just fine. The app is called Tuya. I actually have it already, as I purchased an electric radiator a couple of years ago, which is from electriQ. Download it, turn the unit on, the app will find it, connect, and away you go. It gives you current readings on humidity, settings, fan speeds, and room temperature too, which is handy and not available on the unit display itself. Through the app, you can schedule operating times and set up third-party controls such as Alexa. I personally didn't use the app that much. When the washing is done, you hang it out, and then you tend to go and check on it after a while, and if it's dry, you go and put your clothes away. And then at that point, I would turn the unit off. Or when I wasn't drying laundry, I'd leave it running until the tank was full. So I appreciate the flexibility and the fact you can monitor it and control it while somewhere else in the house, but I just didn't feel the need for the app. A few final things to mention: with any dehumidifier, the goal is to reduce the humidity level to keep your windows, doors shut, as the second you open either, that will change the environment and it potentially will remove any reduction in RH that has already been achieved. It's worth noting that if you set a target RH and leave this to do its thing, it will stop working but not turn itself off when it has registered a reading of 2% less than the target. When the RH increases back to the target level or more, it will then turn itself back on after 3 minutes, and that delay is to protect the compressor. Purify these require filters, and one is provided in the box when you purchase it. They recommend hoovering the filters every 2 to 3 weeks and replacing them all together every 3 to 6 months, depending on how often you use it. Overall, it's a very good dehumidifier, packed full of features and settings, and just works really well. It's got app support, it's very easy to use. It is noisy, but isn't louder than others I've tried before. It is a tad big and heavy, but you can go smaller if you want. The retail price on this is £189 here in the UK, which is a good price when you see the Miko alternative is about £85 more for a similar size. That's a wrap. I'll keep using this. I've since had a leak in the cellar from the mains water pipe, so it's even more damp than before, and the unit is down there now drying things out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I'll try and get back to you.